Hello everyone, welcome to
Inside Spec,
the show where we talk about everything information and technology.
Everything, specifications, gadgets, everything you can think about, we are your people.
So how's your week been though?
My week has been amazing. How was your week?
It was really good. Like many things have happened. A lot of innovations have come out this week.
Definitely.
Most likely, you know, the tech world is always progressing each and every week.
You can never talk about the future because you never know what someone is doing behind the scenes or at night. Very interesting people.
Yeah.
The geeks.
Yep.
We call them geeks.
The geeks, yeah.
They never sleep.
The nerds. So the first story that I have that happened this past week has that the company ZT Axon, which is ZTE in general, it's a Chinese company which makes phones. They have just come up with the first ever under-display selfie camera.
Ooh.
So it's a great phone, to be honest. It's a mid-range phone. You know, you'd find it for the prices of $400 to $500. It's just generally a basic phone that you would give out to the general public, you know. But they've added in this new component where they're able to take away the camera off the top, you know how we normally see the selfie camera on the top. And it's really irritating because people complain that, you know, when you're watching a YouTube video, I'm not able to watch properly because the notch keeps on blocking like the visual content that you're going through. So they've built this new under-display selfie camera, which works like this, yeah? You have a 32 megapixel camera, right? And then they placed it still has a notch like every other phone, but they place the display right above, so it covers the notch.
So you can't see it?
Yes, you can't see it. But what the trick that they've used here is that they have lowered the pixel density, which makes it's a 1080p phone. You know, it has a 98 hertz refresh rate. So from 1080p, they've lowered the pixel density to half, which is 720p. So by doing that, they've made the size of the pixels smaller. So the camera looks through these pixels, between the spaces of the pixels, in order to get your subject or your image.
But does that give you low quality photos?
Well, now that's when they've come up with this AI. They put in an AI called defogging. It's called AI defogging AI. So what this AI normally does is that it takes the image, it processes it, and then creates a kind of like a filter, which will be able to transfer like the visuals that are coming from the outside environment into your phone. So mostly from the interactions people have had with the phone, they have said that the selfie camera is not good at all. It's not the kind of
like it.
It's not the kind of camera that you can rely on. You'd get like misty images, fog in your images and all that. It's not really clear. So in the light of this situation, do you think like them hiding the camera is a benefit? Because, you know, right now it's worsening the quality image. What would you prefer in general?
Of course, I'd prefer the ones that pop out. Because, I mean, maybe I'm trying to think what was going behind their minds when they're making it. Sometimes when you want to take a selfie, you have to clean it. I don't know, look for a dry cloth maybe that doesn't have, you know, those two white things, example, like when you're using tissue. Maybe that was what the reason they had behind in their minds. But definitely I would go for the ones that pop out because I don't want to spend a lot of my time taking photos and then editing them, clearing, because when you're talking about the defogging and then sometimes it fails. Sometimes new features, they fail. So I would go for the pop-up ones.
Okay, because you know OnePlus 7, the OnePlus 7 Pro also had a pop-up camera. If you saw it, it used to pop up right at the top of the phone.
Yeah.
So that particularly, you know, they've come out from that idea because first of all, it's more expensive to make that kind of camera, and then second of all, like it's a pop-up camera. Anything can happen. You know, it can break off. Or, you know, like the
very delicate.
Yeah, the functioning around it is delicacy, you know. So that's where they decided, like, you know, we can't stick with the pop-up camera. We need a new way to to get like our camera systems to look good, but not be a distraction to us.
Yeah.
Or on other
Which one would you prefer?
I would prefer, obviously I want better image quality, so I don't think right now it's very, I know as we progress, since these are the first versions of this phone, as we progress, it will become better.
Of course,
Like
and now that
everything.
they launched the device now, with the feedback, I'm sure they're going to work on something.
For sure, for sure. So on other news, yeah, we had the release of the S20, the release of the S21, and the S21 came out last week. I think it was on the 14th of January, and this is in regards of all the technology that Samsung has been putting out. They had the S20 last year, and the biggest problem with the S20 was that the camera system didn't work as well as you'd want it to work. So most of the people will complain that the focusing wasn't as good.
Also the zooming.
Yes, the zooming wasn't, and that was also a very big problem, because they claimed that it goes all the way to 100 times zoom, but once you get anything past 10 times zoom, you would start to see that, yes, the image quality is just poor. You'll start getting pixels and, you know, like white noise into your photos. So now the S21 is out, and they have fixed all these problems. It's the same camera system. You have a 108 megapixel camera. You have your periscope zoom lens. You've got your wide, ultra wide, and you have your telephoto zoom. So in this camera, they decided that they're going to they didn't put a macro. What they did is that they installed a feature onto the main camera that acts like a macro camera. So anytime you go close to an object and you take a photo or a video of that object, it'll be able to get your close-up shots very properly.
I'm happy that they took feedback and created something better.
Exactly, and you know, this is from the feedback coming from the S20 FE, because the S20 FE last year was graded as the best phone out in 2020.
We all saw the ads. They were everywhere on our faces.
Exactly. So now, you know, this bigger story is like we have these two big flagships, the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the S20 Galaxy. And from the specifications of just the Apple itself, you know, you have an A14 Bionic chip, which is right now they're saying is the best chip in the world, phone chip in the world. And then that is going against the Snapdragon 888G. And that's a very big competition that's going on, because those two chips are really powerful and their performance is amazing. But in regards to the image quality, Samsung says that the image quality is the best out of any smartphone that you get right now in the world. So there's that competition also with the camera quality and how the images look. But the iPhone relies on AI mostly to take its photos. The Samsung relies on AI to take its photos, yeah? The iPhone relies on just natural getting the photo and processing it the way it comes out.
Yeah, I think that is why they have the live photo. The live photo feature is the best when you compare it with other smartphones.
Yeah. And it's because Samsung has to take it through the interface, through the processor, and then the image gets processed. It comes out and you don't feel like it's like the quality you wanted, you know. But in regards to still that situation, you have the video quality. Now the video quality is really good. We are going up to 8K.
Oh.
The S21 can go up to 8K. So, you know, when you're looking at such
huge.
big numbers, like that's great. Like, this is what we want. We want to be able to make movies on our phones, you know, be a cinematographer or something, you know, get a new job out of it.
Shoot random clips.
Exactly, you know. So that's just basically what is going on in the world in terms of big flagships. Those two right now are competing very much. They want each of them wants the market space, and it's just a way of showing the world that we can create great technology, and we are striving to, you know, make it even better.
Yeah, a better lifestyle for everyone.
Yeah.
I think let's take a break, and then when we come back, we have more information for you. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
So there's this feature called the guide on Instagram.
Yeah.
So what it does, it allows you to share your products and recommend places. Let's just have a look of how it works and how it looks. So, you know, when you're trying to recommend products, sometimes it becomes boring. And now that we have Instagram, which is known for photos, and nowadays people are competing to take quality photos, we have so many photographers coming up, they want to showcase their products. Now, what you can do with this feature is you can let people know of the best places they can visit.
Yeah.
Example, if you're aspiring, I know most people made the goal boards beginning of the year, so maybe someone wants to travel to France.
Yeah.
Now what happens is, if you have traveled to France before and you have photos that you've taken in France, or maybe things that you liked in France, you can go to Instagram, create a guide, and then show people of the most interesting places you can visit in Rome, or France, or here in Kenya. We have very unique places. Example, if you've never been to Wanjeri, I know the sometimes when, example, like places like those ones, people don't really show photos. So if you travel, it's for us people to make tourism, especially local tourism, to grow. So we can just go hike, you know, swim in the pool. So in Wanjeri, there are waterfalls. They make a pool, so you can swim, take very nice photos, and then you post on your Instagram guides to show people that this is a very fun place to go. And you can also showcase your products. I mean, there are people who make amazing things. Example, for small-scale business owners, if you're making stickers, if you're making shoes, if you're making necklaces, you can always go post on your Instagram page. It's easier for you when you go to post, and then when you recommend those posts, you can just go to Instagram guides and then show the different photos, and then people can, the more people see your products, the more they want to associate with it or engage with them. So yeah, that's the I think that's the best feature for this year so far by Instagram.
I'm not really an Instagram person. I've never really joined Instagram, but I'm sure it's going to help a lot of people. It's going to help a lot of people in the industry, you know, just be able to promote their businesses, and even get jobs. And you know, it's we're all looking to just better our lives, and that sounds like a really good thing. Yeah,
I think so too, because I mean, so many influencers are coming up these days. I mean, it's the new norm, if I may use that word. But so it makes a lot of their work easy. Because they don't need to, you know, sometimes, I mean, they might create the YouTube videos, you know, like people subscribe to their channels and all. But if you have a big following on Instagram, then that would be a perfect feature for you, because you can always post anything and everything. Yeah. And
that's nice to hear.
Yes, and you know me, the things that are close to my heart, foods and working out. So there's this new machine. There's this new machine by Tempo. So it's actually technically a gym in your house. It's very nice. You can have, and then they have 3D videos. Let's just have a look of how it works.
Are you ready? Excellent work, everyone. Doing great, team. Stay strong. Breathe through it.
Lock those hips out. All right, and 52, I see you.
Katie 79, you're leaning forward. Lean back onto those heels. All right, couple more reps here. Let's do this thing.
So what this machine does, it has 3D videos. So different coaches or gym trainers, I don't know how it works. I think they have a subscription or something with Tempo. So they come and train you from your house. I mean, it saves you a lot of money. If you're a family of 5 and all of you love to work out instead of going to the gym, and it's also very beneficial, especially during this time when there's COVID-19, when we're avoiding meeting. Exactly, when we don't want to spread the virus. So it's very nice. So the videos, when you watch the videos when you're working out, it's really nice. It's like you're seeing them here. You know the way we used to go and get excited when you're watching the 3D in the cinema. So it's like that, and then it comes with different weights. You can actually work from a beginner to middle to high level. They have different levels of workouts. And then what I love about it is they scan. They're using a Microsoft software
Okay.
where what it does, it scans your body when you're working out 30 times per second.
Okay.
So that way they can actually tell you, you get a notification telling you if you're doing the workouts correctly or if there's anything you need to change when you're working out, so that you can be able to achieve your goals, which is nice. I mean, it's an investment to think about, because
People
you just wake up, you
We
know,
need to work out.
and just, you know, it's right there.
Yes. We
And
need
then-
to get out of the house and, you know, like do something. Because most of the like this time, especially most people being in quarantine, we're just sitting at home lazy, you know. Something like this is very helpful for us, because you won't need to get out of the house. You have all your resources there, and and you can work out, you can stretch your muscles, you can exercise, build your body. That's what's up. I like
plus
that.
I also think why people, I mean, sometimes it's hard to work from the house because you have no motivation or competition. But when people subscribe to gym membership, they actually do that because they want to compete against each other, you know. So it gives you that vibe, it keeps you going, you
Is
know.
that how you
when,
feel? Like,
when you go to the gym and you see someone and you want to be like them, or you see someone who has a body that you want to get to that body, kind of. So it gives you that vibe, which I really, really like.
Yeah, that's nice. I really like that invention. It's good to see that, you know, in all aspects, wherever we go, technology is just still is ruling, and it's still growing, and it's just expanding and making us better.
Yes. I think at this point we should just go back to talking about phones.
I think we should.
Yeah?
Do you have
Should
something on phones?
Have you heard of the OnePlus 10 and 10?
No, I haven't.
Oh
Please
my,
tell me about it.
it's a new, I mean, everyone has been worshipping OnePlus, and they've come up with the OnePlus 10, which is going crazy because of its 5G, which is amazing. So it has 64 megapixels of camera. The main camera is 64 megapixels, and then of course it takes very good photos. And then the unique thing about OnePlus, which is ridiculous, is the red. I mean, they're recognized. I think their logo should be red because that is what people identify OnePlus. I don't know if you've gone to restaurants or places and then people just remove like red codes, and then you're like, okay, so nowadays people are making red codes. They're like, because it's OnePlus, you know. And then the fact that it's 5G, it's really getting traction. So let's see how where that goes. What is your take on OnePlus? Do you like them?
I love their phones. They also just released the OnePlus 8T. Was it the 80 or the 8 Pro?
I think
it's the 8T,
yeah.
So I really love that phone. I would buy it because, you know, OnePlus has always been a company that has great specs, and the processors, everything that they use is usually up to standards with all the flagships that are here in the industry, whether it's Samsung, whether it's iPhone. They are in the line of, they're in that line to be able to compete with these other big companies, you know, because they have the resources and everything. So I think like that OnePlus is doing great things, you know. And them introducing 5G into their network, you know, 5G is faster. Yeah, because it's been a controversial topic for the past 6 months, maybe 1 year. People have burned down a few towers, yes. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know, people are shying away from getting 5G products, but they're bold enough to launch this product. So let's see. I might get it for myself, and then you can come here and see. I'll tell you how it goes. I'd love to see it. Yeah? I'd love to see it, but I'm aiming for the S21. Oh, okay, let's... Time to work hard. So that was just basically it. We have come to the end of the show. This has been a brilliant experience, just talking to you guys and explaining to you everything that has been going out through the week. Stacy, what do you think? Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I recommend that people should try out the guide products. I'll check you out. Follow me. I'll check you out. I'll check out all the guides, all the recommendation products. And see you next time. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.